All right, it's exactly 6:15. We'll call this meeting to order. Has everybody taken a chance to look over our minutes from our last meeting? If so, do I hear a motion?
Oh, are we not on yet? Okay.
All right, we'll hold it right
I
there.
guess we need to wait until video's on. For the thousands of people that
I
are
know
watching
it.
online.
Mm-hmm. We did have Tracy out, though. It didn't take long, though.
Your recording just may not be streaming when he texts you. It's flashing, but you are being heard.
So you're gonna go ahead and,
Go ahead, sir.
all right, is everybody taking a chance to look over the minutes? If so, do I hear a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
Got a motion to have a second?
Second.
All in favor? All right, we need a motion to amend the minutes for this bond. Okay, he abstained on the vote of the minutes. And we need to have a motion to amend the minutes for this bond allocation. Do I hear a motion to amend the minutes? So Stacy, we're paying her good money, so we don't.
Oh, you mean the agenda?
The agenda, yeah.
Okay.
Agenda, excuse me.
Sorry. I make the motion to amend the agenda to add the bond allocation item, and I guess we'll take that up as,
Next item.
okay, next item. Next item.
All right. Who wants to explain that?
Thank
one?
you,
We
Jenny.
need Stacy on that one? Oh, we need a second on that.
I'll second that.
And all in favor? Now, do we need Stacy for this one?
Stacy would present.
All right, Stacy, would you like to present this one?
Yes, and can you hear me this evening?
Yes.
She can turn her volume up a little bit.
Let me try. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Better, yes.
Good evening, everyone. The bond council for the Arbor Valley apartment project has asked that we approve this form, and that the DCA has requested. It has the $22 million amount maximum that we had approved in the MOU from last April. And it looks like they probably won't close on the bonds until next year, but the DCA has asked that they go ahead and set their limit of the maximum amount that they'll need for planning purposes for the DDA. So they'll need the DDA to sign this because we're the issuer of the bonds. So I think it looks pretty standard, and if you please let me know if you have any questions.
Any questions?
Nope. So we need a motion
Do we need a
to
motion to
approve
sign?
the agreement, or to authorize the chair to sign
Sign
the
it.
agreement?
Which one do we need?
Pardon me? To approve the agreement and then to authorize Jerry to execute it? Yes, that's right.
Okay. Make a motion to approve the agreement and authorize Jerry to execute it.
All right, I've got a motion to have a second.
I'll second.
Motion and a second, all in favor? You get everybody's vote, Tracy?
Yes.
Okay, so if I sign this. Okay, we'll move on down to number 3, financial report.
Okay, we had the small amount of activity like we normally do, just some legal fees and interest. So we have our balance in the account right now is 63,788. That's as of the end of September. But then we've got some outstanding items, and some of that money's reserved, and I wanted to get into that because there's a lot of things on the agenda about spending money tonight. So when we take out the reserve funds, which is the gateway signage of almost $43,000, another invoice that we have and the insurance that we have to pay, it's a total of $43,920. So available funds right now is $19,868. So that's all we have available to spend in the account. And also keep in mind that that money's not being replenished anyway right now. All we've done is spend money so far. There's really no revenue coming into it. So just want to make everyone aware of where we stand there.
So that's 19,
19,868 and some change. Any questions?
I have one on, what's the update on the signage?
I don't have any update.
You don't have any update?
We know we've got to pay for it at some point, and it's that 42,000.
Any question from Carl? If not, we'll move on down to number 4, old business, update on electric car station. I just found this in,
I'm sorry, can you get Stacy in work and see?
I don't think we need Stacy. Her time is very valuable.
She can leave if she wants to. You said Stacy, thank you.
Okay, I just got this in my Georgia Power bill that shows about electric, and I think you said that the same address.
Yes, I mean, it's through Georgia Power. I don't know if this is anything different than what I looked at earlier in the year. At that point, it was going to cost about $500 a month for a lease type program for them to put the station in. If this is a grant that they've reapproved or put money into, maybe it could be something to look into.
Okay. Would you like to look back into that?
Yeah, I'll have to find, I printed out everything that they sent me, but I could not find the email tonight.
We can get with Chris Montesinos as well, who works in community development, and see if he knows of any grants.
Okay.
Okay, that's all I had on that then. Update on status of facade grant application revision. Was this one Bill's?
I put it on there.
You
I
put
just
it on.
wanted to kind of get an update. I know we talked April, May. I'll lose track of this year, but we spoke earlier in the year about redoing the application, but I don't know that any activity's been done on that, nor who's
You
gonna.
guys need to, based upon what I sent you, give me your recommendations and then vote on it. So
Okay.
whatever you guys wanna change or update, you guys need to talk about it, vote on it, and I will change that online.
I do remember that now, Janet. About when did you send that? I remember you sending that email now, so I can go dig it out. Do you remember about ballpark when you sent it off?
Well, as far as the application for you
Mhm.
guys to review, last week.
Oh,
Sent it
was it
to
last week?
John.
Oh, yeah, okay. All right,
Sent it.
thanks.
I resent it, yes.
Okay, thank you. Sorry, it's been a busy month.
I have
That
got,
would be my suggestion, is vote, look at it, go through what you want to change, the verbiage, then you guys would, I would assume, vote on it, and then we can change it.
I have got a question here.
All right.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
There seemed to be some confusion last week about an application or a potential application from the Presbyterian Church. Is that right?
There's not confusion, Bill. The simple thing is that everybody was not here to vote on no. So that's why I brought it back up, so we can get a consensus of no, we don't wanna do that, and then I can get back with the Presbyterian Church. There's not confusion. I know the majority of you guys via email said, or here, that were here said, that's not what we typically do. I just need a vote from everybody or some people that says, yay, we wanna do it, or no, we don't, and then I can get back with them and say, we don't typically do that.
And that's
Well,
coming up later
the
on.
original facade grant was really aimed at revenue producing properties downtown.
And that's actually in the new business section.
Yeah.
And-
We'll bring it
Right.
back up.
Okay.
Okay, anything else on old business? Move on down to new business. Consider funding for a portion of police department security vest. I believe that's Bill's, right?
That is mine, yes. I had put it on there for last month, and evidently you discussed it a little bit at a later meeting last month, and I put that on there for several reasons. Of course, the downtown police department is just as much a part of our city infrastructure as water, sewer, roads, trash pickup, and everything else. Without an adequate police department, the infrastructure is incomplete. And I will quickly share some history with you that I have about law enforcement. At the age of like 19, I was riding with my future father-in-law, who was a sergeant at State Patrol Station. And he asked me to ride with him one night. And I thought, well, this is a great opportunity for me. So I did. We had to chase down a car up on State Road 120. And when he got out to go up the car, he reached into the back seat, got a pump 12 gauge and handed it to me and said, "Cover me." And I thought, what am I doing here? And that gave me a real appreciation for the danger that these people are in. Last week on Van Wert Road, a deputy pulled over a car, and I guess most of you are aware of this, but this was like at 3:30 in the morning. As the deputy approached the car, a gunshot went off. Turns out there was a young man in the back seat with a modified AR that was planning on shooting the deputy and evidently accidentally killed himself. Today, in my front yard, of all things, there were 3 deputies pursuing a stolen car, and they did a pit maneuver right in my front yard and put the car up on the bank in front of my house. They jumped out with their pistols drawn, and it turns out it was a fugitive that had stolen a car. And I thought, all of these people are putting their lives at risk. And I think we should do what we can to minimize that risk. And I spoke to the chief about this several weeks back. These vests that you saw last month are designed to withstand a rifle shot. And I asked the chief, well, do you want a half a dozen or so? He said, no, we need one for everybody because you never know who might respond to what. And he said they were $1,000 a piece, roughly. And I gave him some money on my own. And Carl, I understand you and Andy did also. I think that's great. But I would like for the DDA to appropriate $5,000 to buy those vests to help out the sheriff's department to meet their goal for a bulletproof vest for every officer that we have. And that's the motion.
Okay, we got that motion. Do we have that second?
The motion is $5,000?
And we don't have, but
Yes.
did you hear what we had in our account, Bill?
Yeah, we got $19,868.
Yeah.
I realize how much it is. My life's worth a lot.